true though, isn't it? They well sees refugees drowning in the Mediterranean, and they're incensed. Incensed at the cost of the rescue operation, a bill footed by hard-working British taxpayers. How dare you? How dare you brown people have the gall to come to this country in search of a better life? You make me fucking sick with your hopes, dreams and hard work. As only past everyone, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show. Bar will be open for another hour. Thank you all. Good night.
Great show tonight, Andy.
Oh, thanks. Mornings were fantastic. Lasted exactly the right beats.
Hey, do you want to ride back to see Seta?
Yeah, sure. In terms of the cost of the rescue operation, a bill footed by hard-working British taxpayers. We can't have people fleeing civil war in Syria over here, they say. Why, they'll probably start a family, and they'll try and provide for them, and they'll probably take up undesirable jobs. No sir, we can't have Syrian refugees over here, they say. This is a Christian country, I'll have you know. They spit. Here's one, why is it Daily Well? No, fuck bollocks, why are why are Daily Whale rapists, no, shit, no, why are Daily Whale readers so racial? Hypocrisy, eh? This Tory government decries big government, yet they recently set up a ministry to laugh at poor people. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one, the only, Andy Past. Woo! Good evening, thank you. So, you know the improv bit? Well, I hate improv, obviously, but that seemed to go down the best out of everything I did that night. You know the bit where I imitate a racist right-wing imbecile on the migrant crisis. How dare you brown people, that bit. Maybe I could incorporate some more character stuff or improv into my act?
Yes, I've been thinking for a while now that your act could do with being spiced up a bit.
What does spiced up mean?
Simply that the act would be enhanced if it were freshened up in some parts.
What? You're not on my set anymore?
No, I didn't say that.
Since when have you felt my act has become jaded?
Figured I said anything. Just some more ad-libbing character work would be great, that's all. So, how are you this evening, Andy?
I've had the most wonderful sleepless nights.
How's that?
I was struck by the most glorious epiphany last night. Do you know Al Murray?
No, but I know someone close to his agent.
No, I mean Al Murray's a comedian, yes?
Well, duh, he's a pub landlord.
Well, here's the thing. He's not actually a pub landlord.
So what, the pub isn't really his then?
No, he's a character. He's really a satirist.
Sorry, you're the only actor I watch.
Listen, he's practically a member of the aristocracy. He lampoons notions of national identity and patriotism for his act. I mean, he stood an election against a rabid right-winger as, well, Al Murray. His real name is Alistair Hay James Murray, and he uses a persona. That's the pub landlord.
So what, you want me to go around and buy some gold chains? Get to the point, Andy.
I'm going to invent a stage persona for myself. I haven't really refined it yet. However...
I'm sorry, Andy, but that really does not sound like a good idea to me. This is not a time to be making such significant changes in your act. We have a whole raft of performances booked for the next couple of months, and the customers, the audience, they have certain expectations you need to meet.
You're the one that said yesterday the more character and improv stuff would work with an audience. They need something fresh.
I said some new character and improv stuff. Changes here and there. I didn't say change the entire act.
You see, Ellen, I'm a chameleon. I sense to feel the landscape, and I habitually reinvent myself so that I can thrive.
For fuck's sake, Andy. Okay, just continue telling jokes about how Daily Whale readers are poisonous racists. You know, like you've been doing for the past decade. Okay? You know, I've never known you to be so productive. Asking to meet me for a strategy meeting.
That was the first time for everything.
Where are we going?
To a place of great importance.
Andy, please tell me this has nothing to do with your prom-playing idea. Look, when you first told me about it, I thought it sounded juvenile. But upon thinking about it, Andy, people can just research you and find out who you really are.
Lucky for me, I have the most talented PR person in the country working for me.
Hey, come on, you know flattery will get you everywhere. Okay, fine. Tell me more about this character then.
Meet Andy Pass, the ultimate have-a-go hero of your boy's Saturday night out.
I really don't know what to say.
You see, I'm going to lampoon the prejudices of jocular culture and satirise the regressive Neanderthals.
Yeah, that sounds interesting, but Andy, wouldn't you prefer your work to be viewed more discreetly, based purely on its own merits? Here, look, how about, if you still feel this way in a couple of months, we can talk about revamping the entire act. How does that sound?
I'm not persuaded.
We'll facilitate a clear cut-off point and provide a clear understanding for your work.
Let's talk about it again next week.
Hi, Jane.
Hey, you alright? I have some news. It's neither overtly good nor bad. We've not supposed to find a point on it. Fucked up. We sold tickets on our website for the earlier act on the basis it would last an hour. In fact, it's only lasted half an hour.
So how does this affect us?
We're offering people with tickets to the earlier act free admission to Andy's performance. This might not be Andy's usual crowd, but it'll be standing room only tonight.
Andy doesn't mind. In fact, he's happy about it. Aren't you, Andy?
I'm thrilled more people get a chance to sample my work.
You see, he's thrilled.
According to Freud, what lies between fear and sex?
Who the fuck is that now? Security! Security! This needs to be a safe space for experimentation with the comic form.
What lies between fear and sex? Funf.
I need to change my act immediately. I need to inject her a free zone of adventure.
I thought we agreed that we'd wait a bit.
Look, I feel I need to see something fresh, something new. Something I haven't done before, something my audience hasn't seen before, something no audience have seen before.
Okay, I'll start changing the publicity material.
Thank you. This act with the newfound spontaneity, definitely some advice.
Maybe before talking about how great it is, you first develop your act before you start.
Look, it's just the start of an exciting new chapter, that's all.
Hi, I'm Andy Pass, and I'm going to teach you how to pull birds and navigate social tensions by telling those poles you're not going to take any of their shit, taking on unpleasant jobs and working industriously.
Don't you hate it when your woman forgets things? I mean, your keys, your booze, you head to a naughty right to a blowjob? Am I right? Look, you just gotta fucking do it, ladies. Look, it's not my rules, it's patriarchy's rules. You just gotta fucking do it. Nah, just a bit of a joke. I'm with you, ladies, really. I mean, spend all your time on your hands and knees cleaning. I feel your pain, I really do. I can't know. It's a bit of banter love. This made me look like there's a lot to laugh at. Like a cross between the dwarf and the gorilla. Your parents' brother and sister. I'm back in my own. Me and the mace all this chink observing some happy religion. So me and my mates, we thought we'd convert this chink, so we booted him over the post and scored 2 points. Of course, we're all like our Christians, aren't we? Are we? Fuck.
Ma. Ma. This is Andy Pass.
Hi Andy, I'm Darren. Edmonds asked me to do your intro,
What?
so you can focus on your performance.
Fine.
Andy passed.
I felt like a woman trapped inside a man's body. Like Bruce's bollocks, but not the fuck on with it.
I've just talked to the theatre manager. It's a full house.
Fantastic.
Oh, something else I want to tell you. There's going to be a journalist tonight to review your acts.
Doubtless they'll see my act for the multi-layered interrogation of societal attitudes it is. I know it.
The review's going to be a fucking rave. We're going to go gangbusters once we do a full relaunch of the tour. So break a leg.
Mate, I fucking love your shit, mate. Your band's is in-fucking-sane.
Mate, thanks for the support.
Come on. You don't have to play that PC bullshit game with me, pal. You fucking get 'em. You know, these PC bastards, you can say nothing to no one these days. Hey, mate. Can I get a photo, like, for my Instagram? Yeah? Thanks.
Never experienced anything like that before. What a rush.
Put the house down.
Any chance of them with my wicked persona?
I know. People are reasonably well educated.
Too true.
You know about writing tip? Love your audience and try and please them. Completely subverting that.
Last night, you charged back onto stage, the bar giving you a standing ovation.
Slyly, I'm coaxing out people's prejudices and exposing them as such, and to cleanse them of their intolerance.
Well, as long as you keep bringing in full houses, you can coax whatever from whoever you like. I have to take this. I'll be back in a moment.
I adore your work. I've followed your career over a great many years.
Oh, well, thank you. It's always heartening to hear from a fan.
I am intrigued by your latest act.
Go on.
Aren't you concerned about how your act could be and has been received?
No. Art has a fixed meaning, that with which its creator imbues in it at the origin of the project. All the other talk is tortured conjecture.
Oh, yes. But you could unwittingly...
Yeah, I know what I'm doing here, kid.
Yes, Mr. Past.
No one's ever called me Mr. Past. Call me Andy.
Yes, Andy.
Well, that concludes a productive day of writing.
So we'll perform there the 17th.
Great.
and it can't take you anywhere.
Do you think we squeeze in another performance the next day?
We'd have to talk to the theatre manager, but I could probably book out the entire week.
More performances the better. Film actually graces as many stages as possible. You know, come to think about it, it's the first time in a while we've been together like this. I mean, it's nice without all new assistants.
I don't have assistants, plural.
Whatever you call the new people working for you.
You're referring to the members of Team Past.
Look, I think we're just getting sidetracked. You should learn to take a compliment.
What compliments?
You're really going to make me spell out the fact that you...
Let's just look at the following month, shall we?
Okay. Look, kid. Hugh, isn't it? My act won't unintentionally accentuate intolerance, because I will keep my tongue firmly planted in my cheek for the entire time. Besides, the routine will remain so over the top that the people who laugh, unironically, will surely be immediately ashamed of themselves for laughing. Well, there you go then. That's the matter settled.
Another astounding performance tonight, Andy.
Ah, thank you, my most fervent student. The jade was executed in an ineffably wondrous style tonight.
Well, I've got to go and catch my trainer, but thank you so much for the performance again.
Okay, see you next week.
When are you heading off? Because we could get a cut down to the station.
No. I think I will relax and reap the benefits of my hard work alone. Celebratory beverage for a majestic comedian, courtesy of the club manager.
Right, well, I'll see you later then, Andy.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that's it for today. Thank you guys. You can leave.
Thanks.
Have you noted those subtle changes I've made to the lighting arrangement?
Yeah. Do club owners often give Andy a drink after his performances?
No. He doesn't drink that much anymore anyway. I mean, he'll have a glass of wine and a meal out every now and again, but...
Yeah, but yesterday he... Oh, it's okay, it's fine, never mind.
How's your dissertation coming along?
Oh, really well, actually. I mean, I'm making tremendous progress. And Andy has been pretty generous with his time. I spoke to him for a good 5 minutes the other day.
What's the title of it again?
The Subconscious in Comedy. It has nothing quite as revealing as a joke. But I really think a sense of humour is the most important thing there is.
What was the date on Saturday?
The 24th.
That explains it then.
Well, that explains it how.
It doesn't matter. The clubs are going to need that new lighting arrangement first thing tomorrow.
All right.
So you're going to call that?
You can't make jokes in here. Andy's rehearsing his comedy act.
Now, Hugh, you're almost getting as aggy as Ellen.
Andy needs NATO to silence to enter his performance headspace. Do you know if Saturday was particularly important to it?
Not as far as I know.
The discipline is appalling.
Didn't you hire some of them?
Yes, but I don't think I'd have time to upskill them.
Upskill?
Okay, fine, train. It's like the visually impaired leading the blind.
You only get something to eat later.
Yeah, sure. How does it sound?
Comedy, I think, is a singularly cathartic discipline. As I say, the origin is, it was a reflex mechanism after surviving danger.
Yes, now that fact continues to amaze me. You know, that laughter evolved from primordial humans relaxing after dangers past. You know, they were ready to scream, but then the tension just morphs into joy and becomes a laugh.
Yeah, something in that, I think. Humour as a relief. I think it takes people from the prospect of pain to delight.
And as recent research suggests, far from being the only animals capable of laughter, humans are just one of many.
Humour is universal. I consider myself very lucky to get up on stage in front of all those people and call myself a comedian. I feel that if I've made them laugh, no matter how bad their day has been, I feel I've done my job. They're happy thanks to me.
How's it going?
About to start some interactions to kickstart our social media presence. Our metrics are set to be boosted bigly.
Great. What about the YouTube channel?
Just added some vids to what Andy's already done.
And what about Facebook?
Haughty, abrasive, and pretentious. You gotta love him though.
He's magnificent for us.
It's kind of like Stockholm Syndrome, working with him. Like negotiating with a captor. He's not all that bad though. Not bad at all.
He really is quite something, isn't he?
Yes. Would you mind going getting some water before he's done the performance?
Sure, of course.
I think I saw Zoe in the crowd tonight.
Really?
Do you think you can find her and tell her to come to my room?
I really don't think that's very wise, Andy.
Please?
I'll let security know about the situation.
Hey, Zoe.
Hi, Andy.
So, what do you think of the performance tonight?
It was wonderful, Andy.
Great. Do you want to take a seat so we can talk more intimately? Oh, you've grown up so fast, you're extremely mature and well developed now. So why did you come tonight?
I wanted to see you.
I've been wanting to see you for a long time too. You shouldn't have come here tonight, you know.
Ready or not, here I come. Gotcha!
Hey, Claire.
Hey, Andy. Your act has changed quite a bit. It's different.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Jeb. Yeah, she's told me a lot about you.
Jeb is starring in a West End play, which has just been given the backing for another run. Exciting, right?
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff, I'll say. The real trick is stay grounded when, things have been taken off like they have been and one's received so many accolades. People are calling it the accomplishment of a lifetime.
Great.
I mean, the acclamations just don't stop. You're so talented, Jeb. You're genius, Jeb. You're the greatest artist of the 21st century, Jeb. I mean... Do you know what it's like when you create a work that's so personal, so meaningful, but at the same time you can't quite,
how long have you two been together?
Not nearly long enough. Demand the West End critics that see my play.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
I feel we haven't spoken in the longest time.
We haven't?
Why is that?
Don't think we have anything to say to one another anymore.
It's a sad way for things to be.
I really could have done with a friend. After Rick died.
I don't know what you expect me to say to that. Zoe seems well.
You've seen her recently?
Yeah, last month.
Yeah. She's great.
Hey, everyone, check this out. Christ. Reminds me of Christmas with my uncle. Anyway, heard that news story a couple weeks ago. Young lad being to death in East London. Wasn't a fair fight. His attackers had the advantage of coming out of the dark. Yeah, you couldn't see anything coming out of the dark night sky. Things just come out of nowhere. So that's Met this Tallard a couple of weeks ago when I was coming home from work. And I thought, why don't you use that to clean my cock after your mum's tossed me off? You fucking Tallard, you fucking Tallard.
Hi Andy, it's really great to see you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm well, thanks.
Oh, this is Rick. He's a writer, like you. Well, in a way.
Well, I don't think I'd call myself a writer.
Oh, we both fashion words into a structure for a living. We're both artists.
I'm not funny like you though, Andrew. I'm actually extremely envious of your way of humour. I wish I could write lines like yours.
Rick and I actually saw your show a couple of weeks ago. It was wonderful. You should be very proud.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, it's incredible how you seem to make the same material seem so fresh every year.
I've made very significant changes this year. Thank you, but it's okay, I'm going to go back to my table.
Oh, no, Andy, please, come sit with us.
Yes. Come and join us, Andrew.
I especially like the part where you attack the xenophobic rhetoric from the reactionary press.
Well, not many comedians are willing to bite the hand that feeds them. As I'm not a part of the mainstream, I can be rather unswerving in my condemnations.
Well, I'm just really glad that you're still doing your thing. I mean, I've read a lot of reviews for your tour and it's been very reassuring.
It takes a lot of courage and determination to keep on doing your thing in this current climate. It's hardly hospitable to anyone who doesn't seek life with the Apollo stardom. So how's the act coming along?
Oh, something to keep plugging away. Sticking it to man, the only way I know how. So, what's up with you two?
Well,
We're just taking things as they come.
Where's Zoe tonight?
oh, Lucy's looking after us tonight.
So you have a very special girl, you know.
Oh, I know.
We know.
So the other day I tried explaining the offside rule to my girlfriend. Inside the kitchen, onside. Outside the kitchen, offside. Of course she didn't get it. So I told her to fuck off and make me a sandwich. That's fucking sexism for you.
Andy, how are you?
Yeah, very well, thanks. I feel things have really picked up for me recently.
Oh, fantastic. I saw this in the newspaper about you. Have you seen it? It seems that you're really finally breaking through. Not that you weren't awesome before, naturally. Who knows, hopefully it'll happen to me one day too.
Ah, terrific. So what do you think about it?
Oh, well, I haven't had time to read it yet, but...
Ah, it's okay. Well, see you around. Thanks again for showing it to me.
Here, take it.
Sure? Ah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Paul Taker here from the Daily Whale. I must ask you some questions about your simply appalling routine.
I'm doing the stage race soon. I don't have time. Thank you.
Are you telling me you're not willing to answer the difficult questions then, Mr. Past?
Fine, as long as it doesn't take too long. I want to note if I think your paper's a disgrace.
What do you have to say to those offended by your fucking towelhead remark?
I feel they need to appreciate the context of my remark.
We at the Daily Whale are outraged by the remark.
I understand.
You know, we work hard to maintain public standards, and that sort of language is repulsive. What if a child heard you use the word fucking? The word fucking is beyond the pale in any context. It is part of the wider coarsening of the public discourse, and we at the Daily Whale will not tolerate language like fucking.
Context is critical here, Mr. Taker.
Please, Mr. Past, address your remarks directly to the respectable readers of the Daily Whale and the Daily Whale Online.
Context here is critical. I use language in a very subversive way. That's all I'm willing to say to you, the Daily Whale, to any other publication.
I have already said that the word fucking is reprehensible in any context, and we at the Daily Whale are committed to improving public standards back to levels that Mary Whitehouse would call satisfyingly reserved. It is part of an official Daily Whale campaign designed to please Middle England by stomping out widespread use of words like fucking. Mary Whitehouse would not deem a word of fucking's ilk, or indeed the word fucking itself, to be satisfyingly reserved now, would she, Mr. Past?
Mr. Taker, it's cold and I have an audience waiting.
Mr. Past.
I'm afraid we just disagree.
Look, you can't ignore the respectable readers of the Daily Whale and the Daily Whale Online for long, Mr. Past, and you most certainly cannot escape the might of an official Daily Whale campaign. Your rudeness is unacceptable, you poorly brought up man.
Hey, you're a fucking dick.
What?
Oh, Hugh, never guess what happened to me today.
What's that?
On my way over here, I was questioned by a reporter from the Daily Whale.
As if they have the right to question you.
Exactly. I only allow my work to be subject to serious journalistic examination. He wasn't even an actual journalist.
That's ridiculous, really.
I'm amazed they found the time to talk to me between, publishing photos of models stumbling about or mourning some third-rate cooking programme.
Exactly. Since when would the Daily Whale want the BBC to spend loads of money? Idiotic hypocrite. What did he ask you about?
Nothing to do with the act. Clearly far too sophisticated for him.
Hugh, could you sign this, please?
I'm surprised the Daily Whale tried to speak to you, really.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Daily Whale tried to speak to me. And I was like, oh, you're really experienced at this? She goes, yeah, I've had a lot of practice. I decided to joke about and go, oh, you're a bit of a player in your day. She goes, no, my dad had no arms.
I'm quite amazed at the amount of people that have turned up to see Andy on Halloween.
He's a man of all seasons, Andy. Besides, a rape joke would draw on the same sordid lot in October that it would in March.
Did you like Halloween as a kid?
No. I thought the idea of trick-or-treating was decidedly puerile, even when it was age-appropriate.
I actually kind of liked it. It was a rare occasion where kids would gather to do something supremely silly, with a few adults who should have known better, really. Kind of like a precursor to Pokemon Go. Well, I've got more fonder memories of Halloween than I have of Christmas. It was the purest distillation of a childhood effervescence that we all yearn to recapture. A notion that Andy's act intuitively understands. Do you miss your childhood, Ellen?
No. I don't think you're old enough to be asking these types of questions.
And I wouldn't share your musings and childhood with Andy either.
Why not?
Great performance tonight, Andy.
Yes, it was. Keep moving from strength to strength. Right.
We're receiving a lot of negative publicity about this now.
Isn't publicity 101 that all publicity is good publicity?
Yes, but not when it's about rape and racism jokes.
Ellen, why doesn't Andy like talking about his childhood that much?
Well, the same reason lots of people don't like talking about their childhood. Look, I know you look up to Andy, and I truly appreciate your enthusiasm and dedication to our team, but you've got to understand that Andy is ultimately just a human being.
Doesn't seem as just a human being. I don't think his legion of fans would agree with you either.
His fans don't know the first thing about him. Have you met Zoe?
No. No, who's Zoe?
That's just it. You don't know the first thing about Andy as a person. Andy's marriage fell apart a few years ago.
Yeah, I know that.
He drinks heavily on the anniversary of the divorce.
Where does Zoe fit into this?
I think he sees as a symbol of separation and probably blames her for the marriage failing.
Why?
Andy has a hard time accepting any evidence that civilized society doesn't start and end with him. Now, just imagine how difficult he would have found it to accept a child from a previous marriage.
Andy isn't the vain egotist you think he is.
I never said he's just a vain egotist. That's not the point I'm trying to make. Look, he and Zoe meet up every so often, and their relationship, it's not healthy.
You're a liar. You business people can never understand the mindset of an artist. See, he taps into those troubles to create works that resonate with a bunch of people from different walks of life.
Look, kid, maybe you should just go home now to keep this perfect image of Andy intact.
So people say I'm sexist. Lies. Nah, it's true, it's true. Those bastards can suck my dick. Just jealous when I'm from liberal saps, Ramonas. You know the old saying? Treat 'em mean, keep 'em keen. Well, ladies are fucking gagging for a 24/7 when they're around me. Can't analyse that, can you fucking nerd?
Fucking fag twats!
About 2 days ago, I met one of these liberal losers, really fucking old one. I fucking told him, keep his nose out. Seriously, all these liberal losers, they're just jealous. Last time that bloke was with a bird, the Dodos was around, and he fucked it in the arse.
Hey, how do you get in here? No, it's alright. I'm pleased to see you again. Love the act so much you can help us see a second time.
I liked it a lot when I saw it a few months ago.
So, what did you think of tonight's performance?
It was rather crude.
In what way? You do fully understand the concepts of sarcasm, and in its more complex form, as practiced by me, irony. Right, darling?
Your routine.
It's where what is said is the opposite of what is intended in order to illustrate a broad social issue.
Oh, Andy, how I missed you explaining basic things to me.
I forget, you're all grown up now. You're very mature.
I'm not even 15 yet.
You're old enough to sneak into 2 of my shows? So what did you not like about it?
I don't want to talk about it. I came here because I needed to see you.
How are things with your mum? Not good?
I'd rather not get into it, to be honest.
Okay, fair enough.
There's just a lot of tension in the house about the fact that...
Alright, wait. Why don't you come take a seat here?
And Helene.
Now do you see?
Now do I see what?
You mean you're not watching? Look, just download it now, I'll wait.
No, Andy. Look, I'm at a concert with an old friend who I haven't seen in years. This is my first evening off in months. I'm not going to run to the nearest TV and watch a program.
You're angry at me because I phoned up to discuss work?
Okay. Explain to me why I need to run to the nearest TV and watch the program.
Because it's a program investigating racial and gender barriers, clearly resulting from my act.
In what way is it clearly resulting from your act? Look, if this was about you, we would have been contacted about it.
Because it obviously shows the impact of my set. My routine is informing the zeitgeist. Why are you so irritated at me for phoning up to discuss something related to work?
Pattern of behaviour, Andy. You're a repeat offender. Look, here's a challenge for you. Just try not to do anything related to your stand-up act, or better yet, anything about you at all.
Fine, just enjoy the rest of your concert. Do you have Hugh's number?
Oh yeah. Right. Shall we?
Hey, sorry about last night.
No, that's okay.
I do want to talk to you though. Can we meet up sometime tomorrow?
Yeah, that's fine. I certainly feel that my act is markedly freer than my previous routine, or anything I've ever done for that matter.
Yeah, no, it's definitely got more of a languid, natural rhythm to it.
Certainly my most invigorating work, possessed of a certain tangible vitality. Well, wish me luck. Of course I won't need it. Onwards. People, come on. Big smiles, there we go.
Why? During a game of footy, must you never let a packy take a corner? Because he'll set up a fucking shit shop, that's why. Yeah, well look at me. I'm trying to escape endemic poverty, but the machinations of social iniquity prevent me. So set up a fucking shit shop and sell lager at an extortionate price. Yeah, I'm a fucking talent.
Sorry, I don't have time to talk to a fan at the moment.
I'm certainly not a fan of yours, okay?
Well, then I don't have time to talk to someone who's not a fan of mine either. I'm waiting for someone.
Your act last night was so dreadful and dreadfully offensive. I think I am entitled to reply.
Look, it's irony, pal.
I didn't detect much irony.
It's irony.
I am a fully qualified solicitor, like my mother and her mother before her. We are not all trapped in endemic poverty, okay? That's just a gross generalization. And I managed to make it to the top of my field, okay? Without any extra help, because I am Asian or because I'm a woman.
Sorry, but my friend's here now.
Hey, this place looks pretty crowded. Just head up to my office?
Yeah, sure.
Listen, we're not just playing to a crowd anymore, Andy.
No, we're not. She was just a disgruntled audience member. First of its kind for this act. It shows we're really reaching out to the dum-dums as the popularity of the act increases.
Listen, it's getting dark. We'll talk about the consequences of your act becoming headline newsworthy once you're in my office.
You know, it's really hard to quantify how much I hate the paying public sometimes.
Thanks for meeting me. This isn't an easy subject for me to bring up. In fact, you may say it's none of my business.
Oh, I like to think we could talk about anything.
So do I. I spoke to Lee, who was managing the security team when I wasn't there. They have CCTV footage of a young girl, roughly around 14, leaving your dressing room.
Look, this really isn't what you think it is.
I don't think you've done anything wrong, at least not legally. But I do think that you need to talk to Claire, and you need to make sure that Zoe can't see you anymore, especially without her mom. Does that sound clear to you, Andy?
Look, what exists between Claire, Zoe and I, it's really complex.
I know. I'm just trying to look after you.
I appreciate it, and I really do, but I can't do what you're asking.
That was me talking, as someone who has known you over a number of years and knows exactly how this plays out. As your manager, I feel even more uncomfortable with this entire situation. Just think how damaging that CCTV footage would have been if it had fallen into the tabloids' hands, Andy.
I'm not prepared to do what you want.
Also my piece. You're an adult. Just go get some rest before the next performance. I trust you, you know.
I depend on you.
Yeah, playing with Jen never fucking gets me anywhere. Yesterday, bought bird lunch. 10 minutes later, she tells me she has a boyfriend. Well, you could buy your own fucking lunch next time, sweetheart. Yeah, you're right, mate. She just loves getting the fellas moist for lunches. She knows. Naturally, we completely fucked her by our failure to embrace positive discrimination and adequate maternity rights. So she just gets the fellas moist for lunches. Bitches.
Hey,
Hey Jackie, good to see you again.
still enjoying the new act?
Yeah, still fine. Feel as though I found my groove.
Cool.
So, how's things at the hotel?
Same old, still fucking shit. We've been a little less busy than usual lately, which has given everyone a chance to boss Pokemon Go.
Really?
Yeah, it's getting quite competitive.
Yeah, I bet.
Have you played it at all?
No.
Has no one shown you how?
No, it's not that. I don't think my phone's compatible.
Andy, I've been reading about your new show, Meet Andy Past.
Oh, terrific. Yeah, the reception at first was, well, rather encouraging and, in summary, rather gratifying.
I just don't really see your personality in this one. It's
fresh, it's different.
just from one friend to another. Don't be a dick, Andy.
Are you sure we're really friends?
Like I said, don't be a dick.
See you around.
Yeah, fuck off, Inspector Clouseau, you French bastard. We'll vote it out! Don't you hate it? When your woman forgets things, your keys, your booze, your blowjob. Well, lads! Yeah, fucking prude. She knows, mate. She fucking knows.
Orange.
What? Is it the tube? Is it meant to be the tube?
Doesn't make any difference, does it?
Hey, Claire.
Hi, Andy. Could you find another book for me? This author.
Okay. No worries.
I like your new act, especially the part where you attack the xenophobic rhetoric from the reactionary press.
I got them in the post the other day.
I'm really sorry about how things ended.
Me too.
So this is what I wanted to show you. We've cracked the 600k mark on Twitter. Let's look at some of the people following us on the platform. We've reached some key industry players in the market. Take a look at some of the names.
Impressive, Jake. Another great publicity coup. Sterling work, Jake.
I've surveyed ways to take your act to the next level of outreach.
Fuck off, Inspector Clouseau, you French bastard. We all voted out. Go on. Go on. How's everyone doing tonight? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we have time for tonight. You, don't get stuck in the door on the way out, big fella.
Great stuff tonight, Andy.
Yeah. Your performance tonight was replete with agreeably vivid imagery. To keep it simple, the language you used was redolent of the social dysfunctions that you are confronting.
Oh. Thanks you. Thanks, Alan.
No, it was truly gorgeous in a fabulously rich texture.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the booze so much.
Oh, no. Hardly any. All drowned out by the chorus of cheers. Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, I think that majority of the audience got the nuances and artistic nature of your performance. Anyway, just think what the upsurge of ticket sales would do to your act in the long run. Think how many people are now introduced to your comedy and will now want to buy DVDs of your other shows.
They're not shows, they're acts or routines. Oh, sorry. Thank you guys for being supportive, but I don't accept there are any downsides to my act at all. Just think of all the conversations about the spike in hate crimes against EU nationals we've inspired tonight alone.
Sure, Andy.
Hugh, I've been wanting to let you know for a while how highly I value your work.
Oh, thanks, Andy, but...
No, you're fantastic. I'm extremely grateful for your efforts.
Thanks. That means a lot to me. I'm really glad you've invited me to do this with you. I've been looking forward to it ever since you suggested it.
Oh, I'm glad you could come. You ever been bird watching like this before?
I went once with my granddad when I was younger, but don't really remember much of the experience.
Ah, well, bird watching has a very beguiling simplicity. It's like a soothing balm. I can feel the stress exiting my body right now.
There was another discussion on TV this morning about your act.
Oh, yeah?
Talking about how it's been received.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of talk about my act and how it's been received, as I intended.
What's next?
Huh?
You're going to make it completely clear to everyone that the act is just a parody.
I don't feel my act needs to be explicated. Far better to keep it shrouded in mystery.
I'm sorry your act has been so misunderstood.
I don't think it's been misunderstood, really. The act was designed to provoke a debate, hopefully national and international, which it's done.
See, that is a truly magnificent creature. Well, not that I know much about this stuff, admittedly.
Well, that's a New Caledonian owlet nightjar. They're built to survive the most treacherous conditions, the harshest of winters. Yes, they'll survive just about anything. Wily odd thing, frightfully clever. Bit like me, really.
I don't know if I should say this or how to say it, but I had a really long conversation with Ellen on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, we're changing lighting arrangements again, aren't we?
Well, not exactly. The conversation was about Zoe.
Ah.
No one enjoys the perfect life, Andy.
I don't really get what you're driving at here. Is this some pseudo-psychological approach you're taking to your dissertation?
It's okay to admit that things could be better. I am your friend. You can admit that to me right now if you'd like. We all just cling to the tiny comforts that are extended to us.
My life is merely the melting pot from which my act is forged. I pour in all my emotions, be it joy, anguish, sorrow, despair, bitterness, into my work.
And I respect that, but... Are you okay?
Life is unfair.
Right. So I walked into this bar the other day, and I looked over, and I just saw...
I have some bad news.
What is it?
You've been no platformed at the University of Sheffield. You won't be able to perform on the 23rd of the student union.
Fucking students. Thought they would have divined the splendour of my rigorous intellectual exercise. Fucking students, they're the worst kind of people. Solipsistic, quixotic, what do they know? Apparently my provocative material was too edgy and current, and now it's too fucking now for these aspirant bureaucrats.
Okay, let's try and stay composed here and maintain a mature manner and think about what happened without ego or laughable arrogance. How long have we been working together now, Andy? And I've never seen you rant like this before. You used to be so measured. Granted, you always had a lot of confidence in yourself, but you always channeled it in a different way.
Oh, let's talk about this another time. I'm tired. Fucking Sheffield.
I should go and engage with them.
No, trust me on this. Isn't there a back entrance or something?
I don't think there's a back entrance.
Okay, I'm gonna call the club manager. Hi, Susan? Yeah, it's Ellen. No, we're at the venue now. We're just wondering, is there an entrance we can go through? The front's pretty packed. There's no other way. I'm gonna have to go through the front.
If you're worried about being recognised, we could ask for security protection. Or just put our coats over our heads and sprint in.
No, we'll look like criminals if we do that. Let's just do this calmly, but swiftly.
How can anyone with any shred of decency respond to me being no platform other than protesting everywhere and anywhere?
This is so typical of the privileged right-on student thinking. You know, even Germaine Greer's a fascist nowadays. It's authoritarianism by another name. You know, don't engage with someone, ban them. Don't try and grapple with something, ban it.
Okay, let's not talk about the rights and wrongs of decisions again.
No, let's. Let's never lose sight of how terrible this is for me. I'm being singled out, made to feel different from other comedians, and to feel like I'm of lower value. It's disgusting.
Maybe this wasn't the right venue for us, but we can't go on attacking people. It'll only inflame this public relations disaster.
Hello, Andy. Hello, Ellen. I'm afraid we have to cancel tonight.
What? You can't do this.
It would be a considerable health and safety risk to go ahead with a performance, considering what we've seen in the past 24 hours.
No. The show must go on. As many people as possible need to see my routine.
The police are launching an investigation into you, Andy. I'm sorry, but a decision has been taken For everyone's safety. Sorry, Ellen.
Subhuman scum.
I used to like you when you were an unknown comedian, scraping together a living, determined to do your own thing. Andy Potts, Birmingham! Andy Potts, Birmingham! Disgusting.
Is anyone ever going to hire us again?
We need to begin fighting fire with fire right now.
People, can you please act with a little bit of caution?
You just can't comprehend the enormity of what my act has achieved, can you?
I think Andy and I need to talk alone for a while.
I've shaped lives, succeeding in my goal of changing attitudes across all four corners of the globe. With the courage of persons, I've proven an eternal truth. Man has this unique capability of self-reflection, and it holds a mirror up to itself in order to cure itself.
By telling rancid rape jokes. Do you honestly believe that you would be anywhere other than playing the same pitiful clubs week after week if it wasn't for me?
But don't fool yourself, people are entranced by my act.
You are simply a case of the right place at the right time. Don't for a second think that this has anything to do with your talent whatsoever.
No. I've transfigured comedic art to a higher plane of being through my merciless and incisive satire.
Do you honestly believe that?
Yes.
Andy wants to see you, Miss Lane.
You know, all these years, the dreams, fights, the space between us, it could have all been fucking futile if this goes south.
We've made people laugh.
You've worked wonders to arrange it.
I don't think much heavy lifting was required. There was a lot of prep to do though.
You're brilliant at that kind of prep work.
You don't seem to have learned anything about Andy over the last few months, have you? He's not going to listen to me. He's not going to listen to anyone.
This is national TV. Maybe on this occasion he'll accept some help.
Andy's going to do this inside interview in his own way.
Shall we go up and check on him?
No. He knows we're here for him if he needs us. Which he won't. Do you know how much persuading it took for us to be here today at all? He's a very private, or should I say, aloof person. Yeah, I know I shouldn't, but I haven't smoked in a while, and if they ask me to put out, then I will. I can hear him pacing from here. He really wears it, the pressure of this monumental event that's so important to us all. He really cares about his work, and I can't help feeling that this is all my fault. Whether I stopped offering him enough words of encouragement, whether I pushed him to do things he didn't want to do, whether I exploited him as a vehicle of my own interest, when he has been in his own way a really good friend for the past 10 years.
I don't know if it matters.
Yeah, you're probably right. Are you going to apologise fully? We could just go back to our old circuit of clubs. The ones open to new experimental material, our real crowd, no time. I won't push you to try and expand to a wider audience anymore. And if that's not what you want moving forward, we can just sit down and have a complete rethink. This isn't the end of you, Andy.
Something occurred to me today. On this long, winding road of life.
It's very long and miserable.
Very, very few things that matter. And the things that matter, they really matter. This Newsnight interview, this is what matters.
Okay. Get some rest. Your legacy needs it.
Our legacy needs it.
Your legacy, Andy. Your legacy.
So you have come on this show tonight to offer a fulsome apology for your conduct?
Yes, I denounce today with the same vehemence I've done every single day of my waking life the encroachment of any form of prejudice or intolerance on our society. My act was, in fact, an attempt to raise awareness of these issues.
I find it difficult to reconcile that rehearsed statement with comments such as bang them bitches and I don't even like me coffee black. Those jokes exacerbate fissures in society. And I should add that those are the only ones that I'm willing to repeat on air. These comments prey on factional tensions at a time in which...
Yes, and of course I condemn all of that. Look, Kirsty,
I simply don't see...
highlighting these issues was the very raison d'etre of my act.
As a woman, I can tell you, I don't think that those misogynistic routines highlighted the problem. It compounded very grave issues that you seem incapable of taking seriously.
Well, I was a member of the Feminist Society at university, so I think I'm considerably better placed to talk about this subject than you, quite frankly.
I am not convinced I have to tell you, Mr. Bars. But it is now time to hand this subject over to the panel.
I just want to say this man does not properly represent us comedians. He's a fucking disgrace. We, real comedians, we create an inclusive atmosphere where even the bang-tidy bitches and the blacks can be part of the witty banter.
Please continue, Lou. You will have a chance in a moment, Mr. Bars.
The audience, please, don't associate this right muppet mumbling liquor ants with us, proper comedians. He has let us comedians down.
Strong words there, Lou. And what's your view, Culture Secretary for Flora Based?
It's outrageous. I'd like to echo Mr. Francis's comments. Andy Past is a national disgrace, and he embodies exactly the sort of bigotry, albeit filtered through an elitist pseudo-social justice warrior lens that we're trying to combat in our education programme. The programme has seen a 20% increase in kids on free school meals from impoverished backgrounds, particularly young black men and young women attending top universities. I played a key role in initiating policy in my previous position within the education department, and the whole team there works tirelessly to support hard-working families across the length and breadth of our fine nation. Your conduct has been objectionable, Andy Past. Shameful indeed.
What?
Please, Mr. Past, stop interrupting people. If everyone speaks at once, the audience hears no one. Thank you for your frank assessment, Minister.
Yes, you could say that the comedy of our funny man here has parsed its sub-bitate.
Now, Mr. Well, I am hearing we have some reports of a terrorist attack in the Gulf region with civilian casualties already estimated as being in the hundreds. We cut live now to our correspondent on the ground.
Somehow get to a house by